They said it was a place of God, but I swear to you, God never walked those halls. Sister Grace, 20-3.quiet.curious.faithful. She joined the convent at Santa Lucia del Monte, a remote monastery in the Italian countryside. The church was stone, weathered and towering, wrapped in fog like a shroud. Far from the city, far from help. Inside, silence, always silence. The nuns moved like ghosts, never speaking unless spoken to. Mother Superior welcomed her, eyes cold, smile too wide. She said Grace had been chosen for something sacred, something rare. Grace believed her. At first. Bells rang at strange hours. Midnight. 3 at m. Always long, slow tolls that echoed through stone. Grace asked Sister Agnes why. Agnes only whispered to keep it asleep. She laughed after, like it was a joke, but her hands were shaking. Grace's room was small, bare stone, wooden bed, a crucifix above the door. But at night she heard sounds through the wall. Not footsteps, not whispers. Breathing, something slow, deep, like lungs too large for a person. She pressed her ear to the wall, heard a voice. Not Italian, not Latin. It said her name, Gracia. One morning, Grace woke up with blood on her sheets. She wasn't hurt, not visibly, but it kept happening night after night until Sister Maria took her aside, trembling. "You're not sick," she whispered. "They told us to prepare for the miracle." "What miracle?" Grace asked. Maria just wept. Weeks passed, then came the dreams. Flashes of fire, screaming, something crawling beneath the altar. One night, Grace woke to find herself outside in the chapel. No memory of walking there. The candles were already lit, the air thick with smoke, and something was moving in the shadows behind the pulpit. She backed away. A figure emerged, draped in black robes, but where its face should have been was only cloth. Tight, red stains seeping through. It reached for her. Grace screamed. She woke up in her bed, drenched in sweat, barefoot, mud on her gown. The chapel was locked from the outside. The next day, she found a hidden staircase behind the confessional, narrow, dusty. It led deep underground. She followed it with a candle. Shadows flickered across ancient brick walls. There were murals painted in blood-red ochre, women pregnant, surrounded by creatures with wings, horns, and eyes for miles. At the end of the hall, a locked iron gate. Beyond it, something breathed. She whispered, "Who's there?" It whispered back, "You." She ran, but she couldn't unsee the carvings on the gate. A womb, split open. From it, light, and something crawling out. Grace confronted Mother Superior. "You're using me for something evil." Mother smiled. "Not evil. Holy. The highest calling. You said I was chosen, you were, but I didn't agree to this. God already did." That night, Grace vomited black. Her belly began to swell. She hadn't touched a man, but something was growing inside her. They drugged her. She woke strapped to a cold stone table in the old chapel. Candles burned in a perfect circle. The robed figures gathered, faces hidden, voices chanting in tongues that hurt to hear. Above her, the stained glass Jesus bled from the eyes. Mother Superior leaned in. "Do not be afraid, my child. You are the vessel. Through you, he returns." Grace screamed. The thing inside her moved, not like a baby. Something wider. Wrong. Her skin stretched, bones cracked. The chapel shook. A deep, guttural cry filled the room, not hers. From beneath her, the table cracked open. From inside the floor, arms reached up. Pale. Thin. Clawed. The thing wanted out, and it wasn't from heaven. We don't know what happened next. Convent burned to the ground 2 nights later. They found no survivors. No nuns. No priests. No grace. Only ashes. In the center of the chapel, untouched by flame, a single statue. A woman in a habit, smiling, holding something swaddled in black cloth. It moved, very slightly, just enough to show it was breathing. So if you ever hear bells in the night, if you ever dream of blood on holy ground, don't go looking. If you feel something moving inside you, it might not be yours.